Your cloud faces constant cyber attacks, but adversaries are no match for CrowdStrike. We pioneered cybersecurity for the cloud era. With advanced AI and threat intelligence, CrowdStrike monitors billions of endpoints and cloud workloads, stopping breaches so you can focus on what's important, keeping your business moving forward. Don't trust just anyone. Trust the leader of the cloud security revolution. CrowdStrike. We stop breaches. Learn more at crowdstrike.com.
Kid Rock going out with Vanilla Ice. Is this true?
On tour or dating?
No.
And now, Cheese Wits.
I accept your invitation.
Well, thank you.
Nobody asked.
Wow. Hey, how is everybody? Jess,
Swell.
let me hear you. Let me hear that. Take a big deep breath, Jess. Oh, nice.
See those?
Lungs
Oh,
of
my.
work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Going to be another short show today.
Why?
Just have a feeling.
Okay.
Oh,
Why did you hear a wheeze in there? It's not. I'm not 100% yet, but certainly better than I was.
No
a week
fooling.
ago.
Yeah, but you sound way better than you did.
I feel better
Yeah.
than I did. How was your
Well, that's
appointment,
good.
Chris?
How's my what?
Appointment.
I had a tube shoved in my asshole and my throat.
And
They
how
took
did that
pictures
go?
of both.
So you're going back
Appar-
for more?
Yes, actually, I was thinking about having wallet-sized made for Wally. But I've
I'll
got
hang
some
it on
sort
my
of,
fridge.
I wish you would, an infection in my esophagus.
Oh.
And then they put me on pills for that. And then I've got, what the fuck else was it? They removed a couple of polyps and then they biopsied a few things. And I don't have results yet. So we'll see.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever had a colonoscopy where they haven't found a polyp or two.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the polyps like hanging out.
That they do.
They do like that colon. That's where they go. It's like a little den of iniquity.
Look, tell me I've got an ulcer. Tell me I got cancer. I really don't give a fuck. I just want to have an answer. I just want to know something.
But they didn't see any like lesions or any of that shit.
Not that I'm aware. She didn't mention
That's
anything like that.
Okay.
No,
but
I
also,
can't trust my doctor. She doesn't tell me if I'm
Mhm.
sick.
I'm gonna need you to not have cancer because I have enough people in my life already dealing with cancer, and I'm tired of that shit. Fuck cancer.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And cancer is yucky.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I just
sick.
want an answer, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So how was did Jenny give you a ride in?
Yes, and she stayed there the entire time.
Really?
And she freaked out when
Wow.
she came back to the recovery room because she saw me with my hands folded across my chest laying there. So she thought I was fucking dead.
You're in the Pepe Le Pew pose,
Mm-hmm.
hands
Mhm.
across chest, sans flower.
I feel
And
like
she
that's
drove
not
me.
like your body doesn't automatically go into that pose. I don't believe when you die. So unless
Somebody
you
has
had
to put
already
you in that
been
pose.
to the Undertaker.
So you gotta when you do the colonoscopy, they put you on like basically a dog pad,
Mm.
on the bed. Well, I shit right
Yeah.
through that fucking pad right onto the goddamn mattress. Okay, I mean
Oh,
it
you-
was. Oh, absolutely.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
I've ever had a bowel accident during a colonoscopy.
I'm not sure it was an accident, Wally. I'm pretty sure if you shove something up my asshole, something's coming out.
It was
Okay.
purposeful, huh?
Yeah, it had
Who
a
are you talking
purpose,
to, Wally?
and now thank you. And now I've got an MRI on my leg coming up this Saturday morning at 7:45.
Why? What's going on
So-
with your leg?
I got a problem with I stuck when I was trying to bowl a couple months ago, and I was trying to slide and I stuck and I fucked up something and it has not healed.
Oh,
It has not worked itself out, and I can't take my right foot. I can cross it to a certain point, but when I'm sitting up, I can't even get down to get a sock on.
Oh,
Yeah. So I've been going to a chiropractor a couple times a week, and he's been working it out, and for a day or so, it's okay. But he's like, yeah, this is getting worse. You need to get an MRI.
God damn.
Yeah. Falling apart at 49.
Brother, you're sounding like you're older than me right now.
Crazy,
You
isn't
sound
it?
like well, no, you know what? It's fucking weird how that happens because my body one year I was fine. 3 months later, boom, shit just starts falling apart. And it's not gradual, it's all of the fucking sudden.
You wake up.
Oh,
with
yeah.
I was real
It's
good, right?
sick and fucking tired of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I'm all good. I was all good, and then fucking all of a sudden, in like a 3 or 4 month span, just like, what the fuck is this? I need more than a paint job. I need a whole fucking redo.
Yeah, I have to take supplements every day now to keep my joints from hurting. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Oh, good.
Right. Yeah, I'm fine. So a year ago, I was on 0 meds.
Mm-hmm.
0 meds. Today, I take 6 meds.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, 3 of them are all, or 4 of them are all for the same thing. They're all for the 3 of them are like for the arthritis and the broken back pain and that shit. They're all related. And then a preventative cholesterol med. I think the cholesterol med and the high blood pressure med are sort of like Ritalin for kids. It's just an obligatory give. Well, you're 60 now. You're 60 and you like Twinkies, so you better take this cholesterol med.
Hmm.
And the doctor telling me it's a preventative measure. Well, good, because I'm all for preventing shit. So, Chris, did you guys get snow?
No.
No, we only got about 20 inches.
Only?
Yeah, yesterday. So, I was bragging about no snow last week, or sort of like lamenting it, and today, this week, yesterday, now the pond and the river are both frozen, and there are 20 inches of snow in the yard.
I mean,
Good God.
I can relate. It was chilly here too yesterday.
Yeah. What would you have? 75 or something?
No, it was only 53. I can't even say it without laughing.
It doesn't sound like it was cold enough to freeze a river.
No, rivers are still moving.
Why are you all, Jess? You're a little blurry.
I know. I thought that was just me for a second. I thought my eyes were going now.
Yeah. Jess is, fuck. I'm gonna go blind the next 3 minutes. Look
guess
at my
so.
eyes.
That's how it goes.
A second ago, my eyes were fine. 3 seconds later, I can't see myself. Yeah, you're super like someone licked your camera.
Well,
Wow.
I'll try to wait to do that after the show next time.
Yeah, I wish you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess, wait till after. Man, I have no real eventful shit going on, which I'm really happy about. I got a new shirt,
good.
my new Gumby shirt.
Oh, very
Like my new
nice.
Gumby shirt. Yeah, new Gumby pokey shirt. I like it. Put it on my fat body. It's nice. Covers it up. Covers up my man chests. Very, very, very good. Hides the fact I need a bra.
Your man chests? You have multiple chests?
I do. I like a double chin.
His man bazooms.
Right. That's it. I got man bazooms. You got that right. My dogs are killing me right now. You see me? They're both trying to sit in the same chair with the cat, and nobody's yielding at all. So they're biting each other.
That's
in a
fun.
playful way. Yeah, I've stopped that. I've got the fingers of click.
Wally, did you see the thing I posted this morning? Because I posted it with you in mind. It was the thing that said, I do not allow.
I saw your stupid thing taken up. Listen.
I do not allow Mark Zuckerberg to come into my house and eat
steal
my food.
Yeah, I saw it, but no, listen, I told you. I was asking what this thing was, not thinking that's what this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mark Zuckerberg ain't coming into nobody's house or taking my pictures or any of that. He doesn't care about my fucking shots of soup. Mark Zuckerberg, when he's eating out when he's paying $100 for a bowl of soup, he's not looking at mine going, hey, Wally's soup look pretty good. I'm going to steal that recipe. I'm going to take this picture and parse it out and have my chefs figure out
You
what
do not have my permission to take things off of my wall.
Yeah, what is that about? I mean, this is really something people think is happening, right?
It
Gail?
goes around every year. Literally every year since the beginning of Facebook.
Every
That has
fucking
gone
year,
I
on.
don't
Wally.
pay enough attention to know.
Mhm.
I just don't pay enough attention to the Facebook or any of the rest of them. I'm just not in tune enough. So I can be fooled pretty. I guess I could be fooled pretty easily, but I don't fall for any of that shit, man. Again, I see somebody I know was fooled into the fucking your computer is locked up and you have a virus and you have to call us and give us money for us to
Ugh.
at the Home Depot they even have a fucking sign now at the register that says Home Depot gift cards are not accepted currency and can only be used at Home Depot and should not be used to pay off any debts or computer problems. And if you think you've been scammed, let us know.
You know, it pisses me off that they specifically, I mean, obviously anybody can fall for it, but that they specifically go after old people like you.
Fucking
Wow, what a bitch
shot
thing to
across the bow.
say.
No, but a few years ago, my stepfather had that happen, and he clicked the thing and they got access to his bank account, and then he had to change bank accounts, and then he was afraid to use his computer, and so then he got rid of the computer, but then he was still afraid to access his bank on the new computer because what if they are watching on the Wi-Fi like they said they were? And then a few years, I think before that, my mother decided she was going to buy an RV, and she bought one off of eBay, and they wanted her to pay in gift cards, and that's how we found out that was a scam. And thankfully, there's a limit to how many eBay gift cards you're allowed to buy at once per day.
Really?
Yeah.
There is?
For exactly this reason, so that you can't buy a $20,000 RV in eBay gift cards. So they after the first day when she had bought $3,000 in eBay gift cards, it got shut down.
You know, so God, this is like a full circle sort of thing. So this is the reason why, or part of the reason why, that because people don't know enough or don't educate themselves or aren't responsible enough to know that this shit is a scam, now eBay has to be held responsible if they get fucked. So
I don't know
eBay
if
has to come up
it's
with a
that
rule
eBay
that
is
says,
held responsible. I think that they're trying to be part of the solution.
but they shouldn't have to be, right?
Well, no, but
They
nobody
should.
we shouldn't have to go through
No,
87
you're right.
different steps to log into any account, you know?
No, you're right. You're right, because I fucking can't stand two-step verification.
Yeah.
It pisses me off every time because 9 times out of 10, not even kidding, it'll ask, "Oh, we've just sent your phone a code." My phone is always out in my fucking car in the garage because I don't carry my phone with me.
What gets me is that when you're logging into, for example, your Google account, and it will say, okay, you're on the computer, you're trying to log into your Google account, it'll say, check your phone and confirm that it's you on your phone. So then you go to
Right.
your phone and a little screen pops up and it says, are you trying to log in? And you say yes. And it lets you in, but then also on your phone, it sends you another alert saying, hey, somebody just logged in.
I know.
Yeah, I know, Google, because you made me prove it was me
So
on this phone.
I think I was signing into, I think it was Apple TV, which I do not have anymore. But it said, okay, we've sent a code to your Apple device. I have one Apple device. It is an ancient Apple iPod. I couldn't tell you where it is. I have no fucking idea. So then it takes you forever to figure out, okay, I want to send it to a different way, and that gives you email address that I don't have anymore because they were old work email addresses through Gmail, and like, what the fuck? Fuck it. I'm just not renewing.
Yeah.
Fuck this. It's too. It's just. It's just. It's too many layers. It's just too much bullshit. It's just complete. What is your mother's fucking maiden name on her mother's side, and her second cousin twice removed, and who is your favorite teacher in the third grade? I am fucking 60 years old. I don't know who my third grade teacher was.
But listen, now
I do know who my fourth grade teacher was.
if you've ever married a con artist, which I have, you
Yes.
have to come up with answers to those questions that he doesn't know, because he knows my social security number. He knows my mother's maiden name. He knows all of those standard, what city I was born in, all of those things. So now I have to come up with things that he can't possibly know.
Yeah. Well, then that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Remember back in the day when you used to have to sign up for this shit, before it became old hat, before it became the standard. 20 years ago, when you signed up for something and you had to say, I'm of this age, I always put whatever the fucking date was I was signing up for, and then 1900 or whatever, 1920.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back to these old accounts. Well, sorry, that's not your birthday.
Right.
I fucking don't remember when my birthday was. And I just put, obscure references in these things. And now you go back and go, oh, fuck, I have no clue. I just don't even know anymore what I've signed up for, or what information I use, what fake information I use. And so much better you use the fake information because you only use it one time.
Right. And honestly, I don't think every website needs to know my date of birth and
I think you're right.
all of that, because how many of those websites also are getting hacked?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know what's kind of interesting is a website like Facebook. I don't know. Have they ever been hacked? hacked?
Certainly.
But so that you get a note that says, "Hey, your information has been fucking swallowed up."
I don't remember. I've gotten so many of those over the years. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
What I've gotten them from is my bank,
Yep.
my mortgage company,
Yep.
the people with real information.
Mm-hmm.
With your SSI number and your address and your mother's maiden and all that shit you really use. Facebook, it's innocuous information, right?
Mm.
You're not giving them your SSI number, or you're not giving them your bank account number. And so if they're getting hacked and people are getting real information, what are they getting? Your fucking name and, I don't know, the password you use on Facebook. But when they hack your bank, you're fucked. And banks get hacked all the time.
Yeah.
All the fucking time. Banks and mortgage companies and any credit card, your Home Depot credit card, your Lowe's credit card, your fucking wherever you get a credit card from, because they're how strong do you think Victoria's Secret's fucking secret information is? How strong do you think their defense is against hackers?
I don't think Victoria has any
strong.
secrets, to be honest.
I think you're correct, girl. Yeah, they're not strong. Any fucking a Yahoo with a little more education than me can hack them guys.
Mm.
And I'm not me. Yeah, but I get those constantly that your information, and you never get it right away either. 6 months ago, your information may have been compromised.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah. And at that point, you have no idea whether that was actually you trying to break into your own account.
Right.
By the way, we've been dealing with all of this stuff with my parents trying to get into my stepfather's retirement account to pay for their assisted living, which is as expensive as fuck. And even with power of attorney, we haven't been able to get into the accounts. So I have access to my mother's checking and savings accounts, but there's another bank account that we can't get access to. My stepfather was just diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He has no idea what his email password is. I don't think he knows what his email address is. We can't get into this other bank account where there's money. We can't get into the retirement account where there's a lot of money. And my stepsister talked to the retirement account bank, And they had like, there was a whole bunch of checks that weren't getting opened because my stepfather was in charge of getting the mail and just wasn't.
Right.
And so they canceled all of those checks and they sent one big check, and they're trying to, they're sending out a form, but they can't just email the form. They have to send that by mail as well to get my stepsister listed on the account so that she can get access to it. But in the meantime, they sent a paper check, a very large paper check that we were trying to deposit into my mother's Capital One bank account, which is where the money is coming out of to pay for their assisted living. We can't do it.
Damn.
We can't deposit this check because Capital One, they live in a small town in Texas. Capital One, in cities where they don't have an actual physical branch, utilizes other banks' ATMs, right? But for some reason, on every ATM that Capital One lets you use in the city that my mother lives in, none of them will allow you to deposit a check. Now, there are places where you can go into CVS and deposit cash, but not checks. And so I called Capital One yesterday and I was like, tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. How do we fix this? And she said, basically, the only two options we have are to either mail the check to them and wait probably 10 business days, so like a month, or deposit it into their other bank account that I can't access and do a transfer.
So they're fucking useless.
Basically. Yeah.
You can't do check by phone. I mean, you can't take so my bank, you can take a picture of the check.
There are deposit limits, and this check is significantly bigger than the deposit limit. And they won't waive the limit. So
all this shit, all this fucking automation and computer and algorithm, it's fucking up. It really does fuck up life.
Yeah.
The people to people thing is such a better. Listen, it's not always perfect, but it's so much better than person to computer, person to algorithm, person to fucking answering machine,
Listen,
person to.
I love the convenience of having everything, paying my bills online. I love all of that convenience, but situations like this, it's like you seriously don't have a single place in the entire city that my parents live in to deposit a check. Really?
That doesn't even sound right.
I called and confirmed.
You fucking can't walk into the bank and just go here, deposit.
No, closest place that you can do that in an ATM is an hour away, and I think the closest actual Capital One branch is an hour and a half away.
What a bunch of bullshit.
So while
if you'd like to mail it up here, I'd be happy to go to the Capital One ATM for you. There's one across the street.
You know what, Chris? You are such a giver.
Listen, and my fee is not a hell of a lot, and I'll be paid in gift cards. It's fine.
Okay, that seems like a deal. I'll get with you after this.
All right, very good.
That's why you need a credit union, because then you can do shared credit union, so you could be fucking anywhere in the country and do a shared credit union.
But credit unions have restrictions on who can join them.
Well, some do, but some don't.
Yeah, just as long as if you own one branch of it, you're all set. Fucking, it's just the complication. I know that people of my age, and maybe now your age, Jess, and maybe even Chris now, we get dogged all the time for that. Back in the old days, back in my day. Well, fucking back in my day, it was better when you could walk into the fucking bank and somebody would figure it out for you in fucking 5 minutes and say, oh yeah, well, this is what we got to do. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Now it's fucking you with like endless phone calls and different departments and a bunch of fucking, and if you talk to 3 people, you get 3 different answers.
That's the problem.
You get fucking 3, all. So I've been getting calls from our mortgage company, and I think I told you last week we got a couple of calls regarding the state of emergency, whatever the fuck it was that the FEMA, the federal government, granted that we were a disaster area because of the storms in December. Those fucking guys, I have had to answer the same question now. 3 times they've called me on 3 different occasions, and I've had to answer that. And I blew up. I didn't blow up, but I gave the girl such shit, the woman such shit. Last time I said, listen, I'm not fucking answering your questions anymore.
Did you
I've
say it that
already
way?
answered this question. Yes, I did.
Wow. And she didn't hang up
because
on you?
No, she said, well, we have to because the federal government. I said, no, fuck you. You keep calling me. You keep calling me with the same. It's 2 questions. Did you have any property damage? And do you want us to give you a where you stop paying the principal, but your interest keeps building? A deferral, yes, that's it. Oh, fuck, no, I don't want a deferral because you guys are fucking. I didn't say that part of it, but they're cocks. Deferrals are bullshit. They're just tacking money on to the end of your fucking loan, adding 10,000.
Well, that's why they keep calling you, Wally, because you keep saying no, and they really, really, really want to make sure
I'm old.
that they're going to get money from you.
Yeah, they hear that I'm old. Look at it, he's 60.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, my birthday's in 2 days. Hello.
Oh, wow.
No, what's today?
Oh.
Say the 24th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be 61 in 2 days.
Wow. Happy birthday.
Jenna's is
Fantastic.
Thursday.
This
Really?
Thursday?
Yes, Thursday. Yeah, I guess I should start shopping.
Yeah, maybe.
Cheyenne's is see if 2 days. Tuesday. Cheyenne's is Wednesday.
Today is the 1-year anniversary of when I closed on my house.
You've been there a full year?
Yeah, so I
Oh,
might
you
start
closed it?
unpacking.
Wow. You still haven't completely unpacked?
No.
Oh Lord. What do you got left? What do you got box? Like do you still have box shit you don't even miss?
Apparently.
You're like, fuck, just throw out the boxes.
I mean, there's like, purses and all artwork and decor, decorative stuff.
Did you hear that, Chris? Jess has artwork.
Well, it's not like
Mm-hmm.
it's not like fancy artwork.
No, she's got fucking big mouth Billy Bass on the wall.
Right, but he's in a box.
Dogs
Of course.
playing poker on velvet. That's what it is. That's the sad clown cat. Oh.
It's my
Remember the cat
artwork.
with the big eyes?
My artwork.
Artwork. Oh, very good. You know what? Just send those boxes to Chris. He can throw them in the attic.
Yeah,
Good
I'll
idea.
just store them over here right next to your parents' large check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is working out great.
Hey, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you got to get a regular size check instead of one of those large, I won the lottery checks.
Well, say you got one of those Prices Right checks. Is that
Right.
what the problem is? Can't fit it in the ATM?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. I can't help you with
The
that. then.
phone board won't slide into the ATM. It's fucking
That's
horrible.
Whenever the poster board fucks you, that's a problem.
Oh, the fuckers. So I just sent, I don't know why. So our friend Dave, who works in Ithaca, Jess.
Yeah.
So he posted on Facebook a picture of bacon wrapped cheese fries.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so it's fries with cheese on them wrapped in bacon. It looks fucking fabulous.
I'd hit that.
And so I
Wow.
was trying to be a Weisenheimer, and I wrote, "Is that on the Moosewood menu?" And he sends me a note back saying, no." Like I was, Dave, I know you didn't get the joke. Now I have to write joke next to it in order for him to get it. Because the Moosewood is a vegetarian vegan sort of restaurant, Chris. In it's a pretty famous one.
Don't
They
you
have a-
love it? You set up a line like that to somebody that should know what it is, and then they shoot you this glaring look back like you just fucked their daughter.
Yeah.
You know,
that-
yeah.
That's exactly what he did because I've lived in that market, worked in that market, know what the Moosewood is. Even to know what the Moosewood is, if you can say the Moosewood, then you know what the Moosewood is.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't know it, then you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But you can get. They fucking have a fabulous. They used to have. They probably still do have fabulous lentil soup there.
Their food
I
was
really
really good.
Absolutely, absolutely. For oh, I heard a great joke. It said, "How do you know if someone's a vegan?"
They're going to tell you.
That's it. They're gonna tell you. It's it's so true. Some people are so proud of their veganness or their whateverness. Sometimes
They absolutely are.
oh, they're just they're so proud of it. It's a oh, well, I'm a vegan. Oh yeah, I'm a cannibal.
Can I
I'd like to
can,
eat you.
can I show you the most lesbian thing I saw this week?
Oh yeah, sure.
Please.
Let me pull it out here. Now this is a
Is
sticker.
this something you filmed on your phone?
No, it's a sticker on the back of somebody's car. Take a look at that.
Oh, nice.
My cat loves Indigo Girls.
I like the indigo.
That was also on a Subaru Forester.
For
So,
sure, lesbians. Yes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely. There's no way it's not. Oh, I like the indigo girls though too.
Don't you
Well,
also
you
drive a
too may
Subaru?
be a
Oh, no, you
lesbian.
drive a
And-
Volvo.
No,
Definitely
no,
a
I drive a
lesbian.
Subaru now.
Oh, you did. Wally's a lesbian, Chris.
Wally is a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
I'm transitioning and now I like girls. It's weird. I'm a
It's the
lesbian.
weirdest thing.
Not that
It
there's
is
anything
weird.
wrong with that.
Congratulations.
I am I really I don't even know aren't the indigo girls like 90 now?
They have to be.
Aren't they like the indigo octogenarians? They're not really girls anymore.
I think so. Yeah, I think they'd have to be pretty close.
They must be in their 70s. Or maybe not. Maybe they're like super young and I'm just super old. Jesse,
This
you doing
thing
it?
from 2021. So one of them is 60 and one of them is 64. 63.
Overachievers. They were 60 in 2020?
60 and 61.
Wow.
No, in 2021, they were 57 and 58. So one of them is 60, one of them is.
Wow, they
61.
was young.
So they're your age, Wally.
They peaked early. Wow. They peaked way early because they haven't had a hit since fucking, I don't know, Galileo.
Yeah.
Or maybe Wounded Knee. Galileo, which was, fuck, that must have been in the early 90s? God damn. God damn. That is a long time ago. It was a very, what did I do? Oh, here it is. I saw a thing. Hold on one second. I gotta look at my note. There was something I saw that oh, that was it. There was this thing I saw that I heard it on the radio and I had to look it up. Canadian police, I guess police in Toronto, that it's gotten so bad there that they have with car stealing and carjacking and people breaking into criminals breaking houses. They've told people to leave their key fobs outside their front door, so that people, instead of breaking into their house, accosting them to get their car keys, they can just take their car key and drive away. Now, I don't know if it's true. I did no research on it.
I saw that as well, actually. I saw a TikTok on it.
Oh, you did? So it is.
Yeah.
It may be true then.
Well, it's either true or somebody else was making fun of it. One of the two.
I was
Well,
going to say,
I
it
heard
being
it-
on TikTok does not make it true.
No, so well, I heard. I didn't. I heard it on Adam Carolla. I heard Adam Carolla talking about it.
Close enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah, which is that's insane. It's completely fucking insane if that's the advice they're giving, because they're talking about the Prime Minister in Canada, Trudeau, who's man, they have taken socialism to the next level in Canada.
Oh yeah.
They're crazy about their socialism. They used to be sort of kind of social. There was some socialism and capitalism rolled into it, and it was sort of a good mix. But I think they're really moving away from the capitalism. Jesse, something she has mouth in.
Canadian police tell residents to leave car keys on front porch for thieves. They are now backtracking on the advice they gave citizens in February.
Nice.
Toronto police advising people to leave their car keys at the front door to prevent thieves from kicking in their front doors was so absurd that I had to make sure I wasn't being deep faked by some AI fake news outlet.
Yeah.
Leave your fobs at your front door because they're breaking into your home to steal your car. They don't want anything else, Toronto Police Constable Marco Ricciardi said. Wednesday night, Toronto police confirmed that his advice is real and this is not some AI-generated fake news.
It's insane, right?
New safety advice from police includes park vehicles in a garage, if possible. Thanks, officers.
Yeah, they can break into your garage. It's fine.
She said, have they ever been in Toronto?
Ensure your driveway is well lit. If possible, install a home security system. Motion detector. So they're basically suggesting that if you're poor, you deserve to have your car stolen.
That's exactly what they're saying. If you don't have a garage and you can't afford a security system, then and you can't buy a gun in Toronto. I'm not sure what the gun laws are up there, but I don't think you can just be a regular citizen and go out and buy a gun like you can in this country. I think criminals have access to guns more than the law-abiding citizen does in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Canada's starting to become Canada is us about 50 years ago. There were some bad guys, roaming around with guns, and generally the general populace, some people had guns, but most people didn't. Now everybody has guns. They're all running around with Can you imagine that advice? Who gives that advice?
Oh, Canada.
I know it's that fucking nuts. That's nuts. Can you imagine if some chief of police in this country said, just leave your key fob outside? People would go crazy if that was it. That
Absolutely.
Would be all over. They'd be called the woke chief of police said blah blah blah. It's just it. Oh my Lord, we really have given up the world to just letting people do what the fuck they want.
That way.
Let's just let bad behavior slide. Go ahead. You want to shit on the street? Go ahead, shit on the street.
Go ahead.
Take the car while you're at it.
Well, I don't know about everywhere else, but around here, our police force has gotten cut so far back that you basically can do whatever you want because the only reason they're going to come looking for you is if you're murdered or murdering someone.
Yeah, same all over the place.
Well, better be on one side of the table than the other, I guess.
That's true. But they're sure not, they're not enforcing speed limits. They're not, they're not rushing out to home invasions. If the thing is already done and there's not anybody still in your house and it's not an emergency, we'll see you in 7 to 10 business days.
Wow.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I'm sort of a proponent of live out in the country. Because the crime that travels out here is a different kind of crime.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smashing of mailboxes and
stealing your cows.
There's some B&Es sometimes.
It's that damn horse on horse crime you got to watch out for.
You say horse on horse.
Horse on horse, yeah.
But it's not like it is fucking in downtown in the city where it's fucking just. Here's the other thing. Like, listen, I know homelessness exists. How the fuck come the people you don't see a lot of people out in a small town holding signs saying I'm homeless, help me out. I have never seen a sign like that in my town. Or in any of the smaller towns.
Because they're begging where there are more people?
I don't know. I don't know. It's sort of like they moved to the big town to beg. I don't know. They're moving to where the jobs are.
I think that's probably true. They're not going to get as much out of a town where there's only a couple hundred people.
No, they're not. Listen, we've got more than a couple hundred people here. There are 5,000 people, 5,500 people.
Still. Same.
No, you're right. But the other thing is that here, most people will know who you are and say, hey, Danny, fuck you. You got a job? Who you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
Get home.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of them kids. I mean, people know everybody, right? And when you live in a small town. or they sort of know who you are. And if they don't, they go on the town Facebook page, and I saw Danny. He was down there with a sign downtown trying to get quarters.
Yep.
That they will have them. People rat people out in the small town a lot. That's what I see so much of that, the ratting out of people when they're giving people's the make, model, and the license plate number of speeders. I just saw this guy drive by my house in a white this pickup. Here's his license plate. Like, what the fuck?
Abner.
It is. It is. You're exactly right. Chris, that reminds me, speaking of old TV shows, I watched the pilot episode of Starsky and Hutch yesterday from the original TV series. Suzanne Summers was in it.
I
wow.
had seen that, yeah.
It must have been her first acting role.
Oh, wow.
And she was some kind of good looking. She was some kind of good looking in that show. And Huggy Bear is such a farce. They had Huggy Bears like, there are so many stereotype tropes. There was a Caucasian bad guy and a black bad guy. And when they gave the name of, they said, a white man, blah, 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 and the black. And that's all they said. And the black is named Nate or whatever it was. They never said a black man. They didn't say African. They said the black. I was like, man, did they get away with shit back? What a different fucking world. You could never do that now. Not that you would want to, but if you watch some of these old shows or old TV, boy, the narratives are so different.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at the old episodes of what was that one with that fat fuck?
Give me a break.
William Conrad, Cannon. Okay.
Yeah, Cannon was good.
Okay, how unrealistic with this fat guy running around, number one, and trying to solve crimes. I mean, he looked like he ought to be sitting in a fucking Italian restaurant. But he's always running after the guy, and it's always some odd guest star that has no right outrunning Cannon either. You know, somebody like Martin Sheen. Okay. You know, or fucking Cleavon Little. You know, it's just like, good God, nothing like watching Cannon pull out his gun, misfire at Cleavon Little. Like, what in the fuck are you trying to get away with here?
And the funny thing about Cannon was a very rotund man, but the gun in his hand looked so tiny.
It did.
Because he was such a big man.
I read that when they did the theme song to that show, that they specifically used the tuba as a euphemism for William Conrad. So you see Cannon trying to run around, and all of a sudden,
I told you I was in a TV show where I was in Jake and the Fat Man.
Yeah.
And
he was Jake, right?
Yeah, he was Jake. Yeah, they did always show him running. There was a couple of shows like that. I watched. I used to like watching Mannix. I don't know if there was ever an episode of Mannix where he didn't get his ass kicked and thrown in a trunk.
Did you see that episode of Mannix that actually took place in the Brady Bunch living room, and John Ritter was holding Mannix at bay?
No.
So you got Jack Tripper holding Mannix at bay in the fucking Brady Bunch living room.
That's outstanding.
It's like this. I posted the picture on Facebook. I'm like, God, this is the weirdest episode of the Brady Bunch I've ever seen. And who jumps in on it? Susan Olsen jumps in on it and says, yeah, this is. And I'm like, I know what it was, hon. I understand, Cindy Brady.
Another person who doesn't get the joke.
Yes. But but she was, she's Cindy Brady. She was chiming in.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Well, she wasn't the brightest Brady. Let's
no, but her hair was in curls.
It surely was. Now, of all the Brady, now, Jess, did you watch Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
Did you think one of the boys was more handsome than one of the other boys? Did you have any?
I feel like I probably had a crush on Greg, but I don't remember for sure.
Me? Eve Plum.
No, get the fuck out of here.
I liked the Eve Plum.
No,
I
no,
found
no.
Jem to be particularly annoying.
Yeah, I think that's why I liked her. She reminds me a lot of you, Jess.
Wow.
I went a long way for that.
You
I know.
really did.
I worked that. I parsed that one out.
Damn.
But see, Jess picked up on the joke immediately. Didn't have to explain it. Didn't have to write anything down. Didn't have to throw flags up or balloons. Jess got it.
You're happy that I understood you were calling me annoying?
Wow.
If if I called you, if I said that Jess is one of the most congenial, calm, patient women I know, you will have known that I have gone senile.
Well, what
You will have known that I need hospitalization in a hurry.
what is the password? Well, it's something nobody will ever guess. Okay, so what is the password? The password is look at that quiet Italian family in the corner of the restaurant. Okay, there you go. It's all the same.
I have to.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been watching some. I like watching some of these older shows just to remind myself of what it was back then.
There's
I'm go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say there's a channel, and I can't think of. I think it's on like Freevee or Tubi or something. That almost always has episodes of Chips running.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
I've sat back and watched a few episodes of that in the last few months. It makes me laugh.
If they had fewer commercials on Freevee,
Yeah.
fucking they're so laden with commercials.
Oh, so's Pluto. Pluto's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
You know, when you
You're
get in there
right.
for that stuff. And I like to go in and watch The Love Boat
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm with you.
on Pluto. And you look at the guest stars like, oh, love, exciting, and Ted Knight, okay, come aboard. Tina Louise, okay. They're expected. John Schmickmobile, baby. Who the fuck is this guy?
It is great to watch who the get. That's one of the things I like about the Fantasy Island and Love Boat. Those shows that relied upon guest stars.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. Some of the guest stars they have, particularly because you saw that they were trying to broaden their horizons. They were trying to broaden their get out of their pigeonhole. Ted
Well,
Knight
and
was
they're
trying.
probably trying to promote whatever show they're on.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
sure. But Ted Knight's trying to not be Ted from Mary Tyler Moore, or what was that? He was so fucking good in that. What was that show?
Caddyshack? Or
No,
Too
no,
Close for
the
Comfort?
TV show. What was it?
Too close for comfort.
Yeah, that was what a fabulous fucking show.
Yeah. Sucks that he
That was-
died at the end.
It is. It didn't. Well, I think he died mid show. I don't know if it was mid season, but he
Oh, it was
died
the last season. Yeah, they filmed like 10 episodes.
Yeah, but I thought that was an outstanding show.
Absolutely.
It also might be the first show that had a an obvious or a gay character. I think. I'm not sure if it was
Well,
the first show. But
he wasn't a gay character though, because you got to remember he hooked up with their housekeeper, so he wasn't even a gay character.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So Jim J. Bullock or Monroe hooked up with the housekeeper.
I thought Monroe was gay.
No, he hooked up with the housekeeper, but they did have the cross dresser that lived downstairs. Before the girls moved into that apartment downstairs.
Yeah, I was for sure he was gay, but I guess not.
First,
So maybe
openly
Soap
gay
was the
character
first
on
one.
a TV show. Who?
I stand corrected. Was there a first openly gay character before Ellen? Was Ellen
Well,
the first?
What
Well,
about
you had
Soap? Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal on Soap.
Oh yeah,
but
there you go. Yeah,
I would think
Right.
any program that Paul Lind was on, you'd have to, or any game show with Charles Nelson Riley, for Christ's sakes.
Paul Lind was a funny fucker.
Mm-hmm.
He was.
And not because he was putting on an over the top sort of stereotype, but he was just funny. His jokes were funny. He was funny. He
Yeah,
was a
super
funny
fast
fucking
on his
guy.
feet too.
Well, yeah, when
Yeah.
he was on the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall, one of the things that he said, Paul, if, a man falls over the side of a boat, the people yell, "Man overboard." Now, what do they yell if a woman falls off the side of the boat? And Paul goes, "Full steam ahead."
Full steam ahead. Oh God! Some of the stuff that this just goes to some of the stuff they were allowed to put on TV back in the day.
Do you think they'd
It's
be able to put
crazy.
Klinger on TV anymore?
Oh,
I think
man, I
so.
don't think so.
No?
I don't think
Yes?
so.
I think so.
You think Klinger would be okay?
Yeah.
Oh God, I
You don't think the
know.
hate letters would come in?
Oh, I think the hate letters would be
Hate letters come in
unbelievable.
for fucking everything.
That is true.
I don't think that determines anything.
I think they get upset that he's not a real cross-dresser. You have to have a real cross-dresser playing that
Well,
part.
I mean, shit does come in on every level. I mean, you got to think that,
Oh, yeah,
dear
sure.
Bob Barker, I did not like the price of that Jell-O on The Price is Right last Tuesday.
I remember
Yeah,
when I was in Wichita, we were going through some sort of unusual weather pattern, and somebody actually wrote a letter to the editor in the local paper saying that had the correct person become president, this weather would not be happening right now. People will write fucking letters for anything.
Had the correct person been president, there wouldn't be this weather. How about during the South? Are you hearing anything about Texas wanting to Texit?
Yes.
Exit the country?
Texas wants to secede from the Union, I heard.
Yeah,
Texas has been wanting to secede from the Union since the Union became the Union.
Yeah, they're making some push.
Or since
I'm
Texas was
thinking-
forced to be in the Union.
The good thing about Texas, if they do get out of the Union, finally maybe we can build a wall, but build it all around Texas,
Mm-hmm.
so they can't get back up here.
God, what
Texas
have a
has been
passport?
threatening to secede. I mean, when did I live in Texas? I lived in Texas in 96, 97 until 2001. They were threatening to secede then.
Yeah, there's a big push now. I think there's a lot of talk.
I say let them go.
I think you let them go too. Go ahead. And then we'll wall you guys off, and you can keep all of the people coming over the border.
Oh, so what are you doing this week? I've got some business in Houston. Oh, you have your passport?
Right?
Yeah, right.
I was just thinking that I have to fly to Texas in a couple of days, so they need to wait to secede until I get back. I don't want to get stuck in another country.
They wouldn't be able to just fly off to Hawaii on vacation or wherever
Have to
they
get
want
a
to go.
passport to the U.S. Ooh.
Oh, and I hope they give them a hard time at the border too, or wherever they were checking in. I'm sorry, but you have to go back to Texas. We're not letting you in. Yeah, people are so they're just isolationists. Everybody wants their own little fucking corner. Do they really think in Texas that the 10 people? I've told you my cousin is very conservative, and she likes the Texit thing. She's promoting that idea, or she agrees with that idea. And I'm thinking, you realize that only about half the state thinks the way you do.
Yeah, I have a lot
The
of
other
family
half
members
thinks-
there who don't agree
And
with
nobody
that.
within 40 miles of Austin.
No, God, no. Nobody near Austin thinks that way.
No.
I'm sure. No, but a lot of people don't think that way. A lot of people don't have that same fucking thinking. The I'm a Trump forever person, or whatever the fuck is going on with that whole shit. And again, I will say I'm getting a smattering of news here and there, not because I'm watching it, because I just see shit posting on the
Look
facial
at Wally
page.
defending his knowledge of news,
Or lack thereof.
right?
Oh no, I don't even look at it anymore.
So when do you get the news, Wally? Is it when
read
your
it
wife
instead.
smacks you with the post, or what?
What's that? I read now. So I read mostly. Mostly I read. Read shit. Now I lost my train of thought, you fucks.
Oh, you fucks.
I forgot what I was thinking just then. Oh, God damn it.
About people thinking all the same.
Something about the news, Wally, that you got a smattering of.
Yeah, no. Oh, I get more than a smatter of it. I like to read. Like, you get good shit out of. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to tell you what I read. Okay, I read Mother Jones, The Atlantic.
You've told us that
I read the
before.
New York,
It's
yeah,
liberal
New York
horse shit.
Times. But I'm not that liberal, you guys. I really not. I'm not. I'm not that. I'm not liberal at all. I'm right down the middle. I think. I drink tea, for Christ's sakes. You can't be liberal and only drink tea.
Yeah, you can.
Uh,
Yeah, you
now,
can.
do we think only liberals drink tea? Is that
yes.
what we're
No,
saying?
no, well, it's not that, but I will tell you, my father is very liberal, and he does drink a lot of tea. Okay, so and he also gets on this Mother Jones
We're gonna,
bullshit.
we're gonna start spreading. Let's spread that around. Tea drinkers are liberal. Tea drinkers are known wokes.
Hey,
All the tea.
if lesbians and Subarus go together, God damn it, if tea and liberals can't.
Tea and
I
tea
bet
and
they
liberal-
have tea at the Moosewood.
Well, you know why?
Oh,
You know
several
why?
different flavors.
We're supporting the Chinese drinking our tea. Of course, most tea doesn't come from China, but we're supporting China. China's tea.
China.
I think China. I can't even say it the way he says it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Did he default yet on that money he owes? That $500 million bond? Oh, tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did see a posting. I don't know whether the posting was actual or not, because I just don't pay attention anymore. But it showed his trying to raise money for that. I said he raised $25. I thought it was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
$25 towards a $500 million bill. Wouldn't it be great though? Whenever any of us needed some money, we could just say, "Hey, can you send me some money? I want to buy a car."
I mean,
China.
And
that's why there's GoFundMe.
Exactly.
yeah, I think he has a GoFundMe page trying to raise $500
You could do that if
million.
you wanted to. I bet you could raise more than $5.
Jess, see, Jess, that is exactly how misinformation gets spread. It was $25. He had raised.
You could raise more than
$25.
$25. Listen, I know
bet I-
people who
I bet I
put on several years ago, decided they wanted to buy a house, but they didn't have any savings for a down payment, and so they put up a GoFundMe asking for people to donate to them so that they could put a down payment on the house. Now, personally, I rolled my eyes and scrolled
Right.
away.
How much do they get?
Not enough to buy a house.
Oh, okay.
I think they got
They get-
I think they got actually a couple $1,000s, but that's not enough for a down payment.
Yes, you wonder why when they do something like that, where the fuck is Oprah? Fucking
You get a
Oprah.
house.
You
get a
right.
house.
You get a down payment. You get a down payment. Where are those? These people spend a lot of money helping people, for sure. And I don't want to shit on their kindness and their generosity. God damn it. Instead of building a fucking school in another country, fucking build a school. Do like Pitbull does. He builds fucking schools in this country in downtrodden neighborhoods. Build some fucking grocery stores in some of these fucking food deserts out there. Some places fucking you can't even go and fucking shop. You only got a convenience store. They charge 9 times as much. Build a fucking grocery store in a place. Something like that. All right, I got to get off my liberal soapbox. Sorry.
You know, there's a grocery store here that Brad Paisley started that is free.
That's fucking awesome.
I mean, you have to have a referral to go there, and I don't know the ins and outs of how you get the referral, but it looks exactly like a grocery store. You go in and shop just like you're shopping at any grocery store, because the idea is to give people dignity. You know, just because they need a handout doesn't mean they can't have a little bit of dignity when they're getting food for their kids.
Yeah. I have no People should not have an issue with that kind of generosity. When you're giving back to your
Who would?
community.
Who does?
Oh, fucking, people have problems with people doing nice for other people.
Yeah.
There's always somebody fucking bitch about, oh, you're just giving them handouts. You're not teaching them how to blah, blah, blah. I mean, you do have to do that too. But God damn it, sometimes people are just fucking down and out and they need a boost.
Yeah.
They just fucking need that. And they don't need a hand up. They need a fucking handout.
Mm-hmm.
They need fucking a couple, 3 months of them saying, okay, let me worry about life instead of worrying about where I'm gonna fucking kids are gonna eat next meal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking a worrisome bullshit. Hey, I saw on I think it was on Netflix a thing about a show about the Garth Brooks bar. Have you seen that at all in downtown? Is it downtown Nashville?
It's downtown. I don't go downtown, so I have not actually been into the bar, but I've heard all kinds of things about it.
Yeah, it sounds like he makes me laugh sometimes. He doesn't make me laugh, but he's a very lovey touchy kind of guy. Yeah, and I like listening to him talk because he's so far removed. He's not personally far removed. He's so far from the idea you would have of a country music person that he's super giving, super soft. He's soft. He's a soft-hearted guy. He's
Which
not,
interestingly I think is true of more country music people than not.
It is. It's not Waylon Jennings anymore, right?
Mm.
It's not or Johnny Cash, good people, but they were more about, hey, I did time in jail and fuck you and pull your boots up and we don't smoke pot and that kind of shit. And now it's more Garth and McGraw and these guys and men and women who have hearts and give back and do good shit. I think that shit gets glossed over way too much.
Well, first of all, Garth doesn't let anything Garth does get glossed over. Right.
Right.
In fact, Exhibit A, he had a documentary created about putting his bar together.
Right.
But also, he, speaking of underfunded police, built a police station in the spot next to his bar and is funding that police station.
That's a good place to have a police station.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a good place to have it. So he funded the building of it.
Mm-hmm.
How rich is that guy?
Pretty rich.
Yeah. So see, that kind of shit. I didn't know he was doing that. That kind of shit needs to be talked about more, though. I think in general life, it might get talked about there, but it doesn't get talked about in fucking Connecticut.
I think people who are following Garth Brooks news, or country music news, are talking about it. Yeah,
right. But it's not. You don't see it on fucking the tabloid shit that everybody watch. The Extra or I don't know, Hardcore. I don't even know if those shows are on anymore.
Well, no, because those want to spotlight people failing.
Right. Yes. Yeah, they absolutely do.
We don't want to spotlight anybody doing something good.
I saw here. Speaking of musicians, did anybody see the Kid Rock going out with Vanilla Ice? Is this true?
On tour or dating?
No.
It's funny because it would piss him off so much.
Yeah, I think I was reading. Oh no, I wasn't even reading. I just saw a post. I saw it and I didn't even care to look and see if it was true or not. That Kid Rock and Vanilla Ice were going out on some sort of tour.
I see no evidence of that on the Google, but who knows?
It's just, it'd be fucking hysterical. What kind of tour would that be?
I don't even know.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the. You saw nothing on the Google?
I don't see anything on the Google. Wait. Oh no, that's somebody calling him off-brand Vanilla Ice. Wealthy country club kid turned off-brand Vanilla Ice, Robert James Kid Rock Ritchie, is kicking off his Rock the Country alt-right music festival in Gonzales next month, featuring a music and activity lineup sure to tickle the fancy of even the most discerning rich guy working-class American cosplayer. Let's see who's on that show.
What's a cosplay? Is that the people who dress up like animals?
They dress up in costume and pretend to be things.
But mostly animals, right? Like squirrels and shit.
No. They do like Renaissance cosplay and
right? Yeah, right. Yeah,
costumes.
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that confused with the other. I don't even know. Hey, Chris, what do they call that thing when you wear the you become a squirrel?
Furries.
Furries.
Oh, is it furries?
I like how you asked Chris that though, because obviously he would know.
Well, no, I was just trying to see if maybe
That
he
was
left
just
us.
it was a lucky guess.
Vanilla Ice is not on the Rock the Country tour though.
Okay, so it's probably just one of those postings that people wish would happen, or
I don't know because I
some
don't know
shit.
what you saw.
It showed a picture of Vanilla Ice, a split screen pic of
Oh.
Vanilla Ice and Kid Rock, and said that they were going to be touring, which I thought was that's probably not true. But had to bring it up because what a fantastic fucking tour that would be. Imagine that crowd. That would be outstanding. Oh, I saw the new Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal.
How was it? It looks terrible.
It is terrible. I think it's terrible.
Oh wait, I
It-
see. Kid Rock and Vanilla Ice cancel New York gig, citing overwhelming aroma of avocado toast and liberal tears. Wally, that's what you saw.
Well, maybe that's what I saw, but it's fantastic. They got to have shows like that. Having a show like that would be outstanding. It's absolutely outstanding. Also, how about this Mike Tyson getting into the ring with Jake Paul or whatever this fucking guy's name is? Do you know who Jake Paul is? Yes.
Is that that's not the YouTube guy, is it?
Yeah,
A
he's some
TikTok
sort of
guy or
YouTube
something?
fighting guy. He fights a lot of people, and they're going to fight. It said
YouTube,
what I
yeah.
read was Mike Tyson's getting $20 million for that fight. Now, granted, he's 30 years older than Jake Paul. I think he could snap Jake Paul in half, maybe.
Probably.
I think so, but I don't know. Jake Paul's a little taller. He is 30 years younger, so he'll have a little more stamina.
So I was trying to look into whether we did a thing with Jake Paul a few years ago. I was trying to remember if he was one of the guys in it. Oh, he was just an ambassador for us.
Jake Paul?
Like an influencer, yeah,
That's good.
for the company I work for.
And what company is that, Jess?
That would be Live One,
Oh, okay, Live One.
formerly
Nice.
known as Slacker Radio.
I have Live One on my phone. I listen to it.
Thank you for helping keep me employed.
I'm listening. I haven't paid for it yet. I listen to the commercials instead.
That's okay.
Yeah, because my feeling is that when you pay for it, you're contributing much less than if you listen to it. Because I must be getting some good. I'm not thinking of getting thousands of dollars, but play commercials probably 10 cents.
I don't know how much we get out of the commercials, but I doubt it's as well. I don't know how much we actually get out of subscription fees since we have to pay royalties on the music.
God damn. So how old is your company?
So when it was Slacker Radio, I'm trying to think when it started. It's as Slacker, it's probably 15 or 16 years old. And then the company now known as Live One bought us in 2017.
Oh, so probably as Slacker Radio, probably turning a profit.
Yeah, the radio side is the only part that actually is turning a profit.
That'd be only that'd be one of very few radio companies turning a profit.
I mean, it's one of the only streaming companies turning a profit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that would be absolutely correct. Because did I read? Where did I read? Did we read last week that there was more problems at not Cumulus, but at
iHeart?
who changed their? No, the other one that changed their name to the ridiculousness.
Oh, Odyssey.
Yeah, Odyssey. Did we read that they just?
I think iHeart just did another round of layoffs.
Yeah, I saw that, and I think didn't Odyssey just I think they just changed one of their stations in New York in the city to a country station, I believe.
Oh, that was Connoisseur. That was the one I sent you guys because Chris knows the PD because that's the guy who was going to take over my job.
That's right.
And they flipped to country, so I was like, "Hey, Chris, should I go try to work for Doogie?"
No,
Doogie Howser PD.
Yeah.
Was he trying to fire one of you or both of you or what?
For sure, he was going to fire me.
Yeah, I think I was irrelevant.
Wait, why are you all muffled now?
Because it was under my double chin.
Oh.
He's biting a pillow.
Then say what you said again about Doogie Howser PD.
I said Doogie Howser PD. Yeah, I just Wally asked whether he's going to fire both of us, and I said, I'm pretty sure I was irrelevant, Oh, but yeah, he was definitely going after you.
I was for sure the problem.
Absolutely. Just ask anyone there.
What was he at the time? What was he was he the ops person or was he?
No, so we were a then Clear Channel station, and because of our proximity to DC, Clear Channel had to put us into a trust, and they were not allowed to operate the station.
Yeah.
Other stations in the trust included these Connoisseur stations in Long Island. And so when they decided to fire our GM for not reprimanding me, they brought in the GM from the Long Island cluster to oversee our stations. And he brought Doogie with him. And Doogie, in this meeting, when they're introducing themselves to us in the conference room, said, I'm looking forward to help move WFRE forward. And that's when I looked at Chris and I was like, does he know I'm in the room?
Yeah. And but also at that time, weren't you guys pulling like huge numbers?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So where was there to go? Were you were already the number one country station in the market
by
were
far.
You the number one station in the market
by far.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So where was the forward? You were going to become number one on Venus? Was that the deal?
I think
they didn't care.
The forward was to be a station without me. That was the forward.
Fucking,
And I'm just going to point out that the numbers were never as high as when we were there. That's all.
And yeah, not a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I can also say I think that was probably the same when Jess and I worked together. The numbers were never higher at that station than when we were there.
Yeah.
But that happens. I don't understand why that happens. So you're programming the number one station in the market, and they're trying to get rid of you. When you and I are working together in New York, we're programming the fastest climbing station, the biggest gainer, and they're trying to get rid of me.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing happened
because they don't want us getting too uppity with our success.
Yeah,
start demanding money and whatnot.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to have that happen.
And I think, Chris, you've been in the same situation.
Absolutely.
Where you're having great success and someone saying, you know what, we're having too much success. We got to get rid of you. You're making the rest of the company look bad.
Yeah.
Well, right when I was sitting with Jess, that was it.
Fuck it. I don't even have an explanation for that kind of shit.
I mean, they literally were only going to fire me because the dead guy filed a complaint against me, and they were worried about lawsuits.
Yeah, well, they should have been worried about one from you, but
the least of their worries were a lawsuit because of you.
Yeah, that's true. And he's the same guy, by the way, this Doogie Howser PD. Same guy who, when I left FRE and I took, the day that I gave my notice, I said, my team Snarky that I did the races with and raised all the money for St. Jude. I said, I am going to take the Team Snarky name with me. Y'all feel free to start your own team or do whatever it is you want to do, but I'm going to still be using that name and building the team from Memphis. Doogie is the one who called and threatened me with lawyers to stop calling my Team Snarky. And said to me, the one time that I talked to him on the phone about it, and I said, it's my team. I created it. And he said, it's not Jess Wright's Team Snarky. And I said, actually it is. Would you like a t-shirt? And then he told me that the only reason my team was successful was because I had the power of that radio station behind me. So
wrong.
$800,000 raised later. Okay, Doogie.
Yeah. So now that you have, you decided to retire from the Team Snarky.
Yeah.
So are you at all fidgety that you're not involved right now?
No. Oh, we lost Chris.
Oh, Chris.
No.
You,
my one of my best friends is actually co-captaining the team with another one of the original team members, and they're doing a great job. And I am realizing
you still get connections.
What's that?
You're still connected to it in a way.
I'm still connected to it. The race is next month, and I plan on being downtown a bunch that weekend when they're here. So
good. Go to the Garth Brooks bar.
We'll see.
Check it out.
We'll see.
See what's going on.
But I plan on going downtown to cheer them on. I'm happy. I'm not fidgety about not fundraising because that was it was really hard because after doing it for 10 years, people got sick of me asking.
Yeah, you know what I think, Jess? I think so. I don't know that if people get sick of asking as much as sometimes they feel obligated, even when they're broke.
Yeah.
And it's tough to say no sometimes.
Which is why I've never directly called somebody and said, hey, would you please donate to my thing? But what I have done in the past is emailed people who have donated in the past and said, first of all, know that this is a mass email. I have always been really clear about that because I don't want anybody to feel like they're being individually targeted, and said, you've been very generous in the past and I appreciate it. If you have anything to give, even if it's just $5, I'm doing it again this year. Here's what you've helped me do so far. And if not, no hard feelings. Have a great day. I try to be very not pushy about it, but still
sort of more just the vehicle of the message.
Yeah. But still, after 10 years, it starts to, I think, even though I would limit my fundraising I would limit it to between January and April, even though technically I was fundraising for the whole year, I would limit my pushes between January and April. I still felt like people would think I just donated to this. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Because I gave to that. I gave to the Susan G. Komen, just my regulars that I would give to Susan G. Komen, and I do this thing. There's this loan program for women in foreign countries, and it's like women mostly in Africa and African countries where they just need $10 to buy mealworms or some shit, or some dye because they're making they're making yarn or some shit. They've got to buy some grain for their whatever animal they're raising. So I give to that every month. It's an automatic, and on that one though, I think I've gotten $2 back too because people have made a profit.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it's because it's a loan, right? And if they're profitable, you just I think every month ago I think my donation, really it's a donation, is like $20
Hmm.
a month. It's nothing to write home about, but it's a good cause.
Yeah.
Because it's helping third world people get somewhere if they can. And I know $20 doesn't sound like a lot to us, but $20 US in some countries on this planet is a month's salary.
But also, I always said I would always get, people would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I only gave $5," or "Oh, I'm sorry, I only gave $20." But if everybody only gave $5, so much money would be raised for any one thing. When you take this little effort and combine it with everybody else's little effort, it becomes a big thing. And St. Jude is a prime example of that, because it costs a little over $2 million a day to run that hospital. And they run primarily on individual donations of $30 and $40 a month.
Right.
That's the average.
Yeah. I think that I think people do feel exactly what you said, like, oh, only $5. Fuck it, give $5.
Yeah.
Because 10 people with $5 is $50.
Yeah.
0 people with 0.
That's
because,
why
oh, I'm
I used
sorry,
to do $5 Fridays when I was doing my fundraising, because I wanted to
never
see how
got a
many
I
$5
got a $5 Friday.
yeah, see how many $5 donations I could get.
Was that but was that local when you were on the air?
No, it was on Facebook.
Oh, I never got a $5 Friday.
Or maybe it was maybe I did it on the air as well, but for
Oh.
sure it was on Facebook. Yeah, no, mostly it got ignored, and then home internet shit, and there's no cell service here. We're not getting Chris back.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, mostly it mostly got ignored. I rarely ever got $5 donations, but the people who did donate on $5 Fridays almost never gave only $5.
Yeah, oh no, of course not. Because you'd feel too shitty. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, if we're not going to get Chris back, and we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
All right, take care, Joe.
All right, bye.